Hi, today I'm solving group anagrams. This is LeetCode 49. Given an array of strings strs and group anagrams together, you can return the answer in any order. So what we have to do is we have an input string and we have to group each and every anagram together. As soon as I look at the input string, I can tell that these two are anagrams. Again, to just gloss over what anagrams are, given a string, the other string is called an anagram if it uses all the letters but in a different order. And when I say letters, it includes each letter and this frequency. So let's say I have TAAE. Although A is present in it, there's only one A in each, and this string has two A's. So this is not a valid anagram. And if the string contains any extra letters, again we consider that invalid. Now let's talk about brute force. If I did not know any computing or any optimization, how would I solve it? So I would go through this input strings. So I'll represent S1, S2 to show the list elements. So S2, let's say we have till S3, and this is the input of size n. What I do is I will scan input, and for each string in the input I'm going to check the rest of the list elements to see if they are anagrams. So what do I mean by when I say I'm going to check? So I'll have S1 and I'll be scanning S2 and S3. So for the rest of the elements in the string, what I'm going to do is I will look at each character in S1 and remove the set character in S2 if it exists. So again, here I'm scanning S1 again, and to remove S2, I'll be scanning S2 one more time. So this I'll be doing for S3 as well. Since we are finding a group for S1, I'll have to do the same comparisons with the rest of the elements in the list. So let's talk about time complexity. Like this sounds exhausting. So let's say n is the size of the input and m is the size of the longest string in the input. So let's say big O of n, that's for the first scan, and then I will do worst case big O of m character scans for each and every string within the input. And to remove, again worst case, I'm going to do big O of m. So totally this will have 3 for loops. So I'll just use n to represent the worst case. So it's an order of 3, I would say. Big O of n times m squared. I would say that's the worst case. Again, you can see this is in third order, like it's cube. This is not scalable. Yeah, the input length is in 10 power 4. Oh, since each string has maximum 100 characters, this can work, but it's not optimal. So the idea is to use another data structure called dictionaries in Python. So I'm going to call it something like scene, for example. Then I'll be scanning the input as strings, strs. So I am going to sort every string here. Or string.sort. Let's see if it works. Print. Okay, this is taking very long. Obviously, I did something wrong here. Okay. Um, Again, I'm going to use sorted because that's a different function that sorts every character, and it implicitly converts string to a list and shows the output. So let's just do this. String. Okay. Since you can see here, each and every element is sorted in the ascending order, alphabetical order, since they are strings. And we can say TEA. T is an anagram of each. And here, if we sort this, we'll get AET again, because when we sort, we arrange that in alphabetical order. So we can use this as the key. Key is this. If key in scene. If we have seen this pattern before, the sorted list, we'll add scene of key dot append the current string. If it is not seen, then we'll say, hey, add this key and store the string, but store it in a list. So this is what it looks like. Print scene. This is the solution we've built so far. If key in scene. Oh, here it says dict key list is unhashable. Yeah, because list we can mutate, we can change once it's initiated. It cannot be stored as key. We need something that can't be mutated. So we can do tuple. While this runs, I would like to code the next part as well. Okay. So then for key and key value in scene, or scene dot values. Let's see if this does it. So what I'm planning, okay, scratch that. Let's start over. Um, so this is called key and this is called the value. So when I do a dictionary name, that is scene dot key, it will list out all the keys in the dictionary. So I'm hoping if I do values, it will send out a list of all the values. So let's see if that works. Oh, it's sending that as a, okay, it's sending that as dict values. That's a different data structure, I could say, or a different object used in Python. I just want it as list objects because that's what's accepted here. Okay, I'm passing all the test cases. I've submitted it. Let's see. Okay, this is pretty much meh. And let's see how the top solution looks like. Oh, they've used default text list. Character counts. Okay. Nice, they've maintained a counter. But instead of the default counter, they've built it on their own and they've used a list to do it. Given the limited size of the uh, number of alphabets in English language, this will come to a constant time complexity. So let's see. Yeah, and they've used this as the key value. Nice. But I don't know what this is. I need to learn. Okay. Well, it's pretty much the same logic, but I see that they have cut costs with runtime by using default ticked and building their own, like counter. Oh, I didn't talk about my time complexity. Yes. Since I'm using sorted, that is log m, where m is the length of the string in the input list, for example bat or something like that. And I'm doing this for the input, right? So my time complexity worst case would be big O of n log log m. So this is my time complexity. Cool. Thank you. I learned something new and I hope you guys did too.